Obviously, just proud of our effort. I thought that the last 48 hours, we talked about making sure we do two things, and that is compete and execute at both ends of the floor for 40 minutes. So I thought, our guys did a really good job of competing. We just didn't execute offense and defense for 40 minutes. IPFW is a heck of a team. They're very skilled on the perimeter, and I thought that they did a really good job closing the game by getting to the free throw line and really attacking us off the bounce. And we have to do a better job of showing our hands, moving our feet. Without Tate Stensgaard, I thought that was going to be a challenge, but I thought Brandon Gilbeck did a really good job filling in more minutes. I'd love to play him more than 15 minutes, but he's got to learn to stay out of foul trouble as well. So with him going 4 for 4, definitely a bright spot moving forward.
Did you guys talk at all this week about what it meant and what you needed to do?
I think with social media and the internet and everything, I think obviously the kids were aware of the opportunity. After last week's loss to South Dakota State, all we asked for was an opportunity. We thought we had that, and obviously missed out going into the game.
Did you know going in before the game started what South Dakota?
No, we had no idea. At least I didn't. I don't think any of the assistant coaches had a clue. I know the players didn't, because by the time we get to our pregame warm-up and I get through our routine, we get to the locker room, the cell phones are put away. So they really had no clue unless someone mentioned to them while they were warming up.
During the game when Portland was hitting their threes, you guys did have success scoring in the paint. You guys outscored them 32 to 22 in the paint. How good did it feel to know that you guys had the ability to score in the paint to help keep yourselves in the game?
Well, it's like I said, it's our balanced attack is something that we've emphasized the last few months, and I thought early on in the first half we weren't disciplined. We over-rotated and allowed them to make 7 threes. Well, they made 7 threes in the first half, and that's something that going into the game we wanted to take away because they're a really good three-point shooting team. So I thought we got down early because we weren't staying disciplined and staying with our man. And then the balanced attack, having Jalen Chapman down low, and when Brandon goes 4 for 4, that also helps your point in the paint. And in the second half, I thought our guards did a really good job attacking the rim.
What do you want to see out of the last game from these guys?
We emphasize, I emphasize year-round, never take this game for granted. And obviously, they being, thankfulness is a pillar of our program, and we want to make sure that we send our seniors out with a win. And obviously, we'll be down one senior, Tate Stensgaard, who's given us everything the last 3 years, and his body has taken its toll, so he won't be able to suit up one last time. But the message is we never want to take this game for granted. This is the last time our seniors will have an opportunity to put on that leatherneck uniform, and we want to make sure we give them everything we can to make sure we send them out with a win.
Been kind of a tough season all around for you guys, but you saw some good things from Covington this year. What exactly has he meant to you and to this team this year?
I think for the most part, if you ask me, what he's grown in being a little bit more patient and let the game come to him, moving without the ball as opposed to having the ball in his hands all the time. So I think these last few games, he's done a really good job of mixing up when to shoot it and when to drive it, which is why he's pretty much averaged, I think, 20 points over the last 3 or 4 games. So he's done a really good job with that. But he's obviously our leader, and when he's clicking and when he's locked in at both ends of the floor, we're a much better ball club.
You guys tried a few different lineups, kind of some different guys. Is that just kind of wholly due to Tate being out, or do you want to see how different guys play together tonight as well?
Well, for the most part, we knew the rotation would be slightly different because of Tate's absence. But then we knew we would have to make an adjustment and go to a 4-guard lineup most of the game, because when they sub in with number 2, they're really a 4-guard offense at that time, 4-guard lineup for them. So we knew that Dalen and Mike McCluzak would be able to at least compete at that position when they went small.
Those guys gave you pretty good minutes tonight.
Yeah, Mike's been solid coming in off the bench and really giving us an emotional lift. And I thought in the first half he did a terrific job on the offensive rebound. I thought he was, in Tate's absence, he gave us that energy, that spark, that grit, and he was solid. I thought Dalen came in and did a really good job of having not played for a few weeks. Obviously, he had the injury to his ankle and just slow to recover with that. But I thought those two did a really good job coming in and giving us a lift off the bench.
I mean, you were close in saying having the chemicals away. Was it just a matter of not getting stops, or was it something else?
I think it was tough shots, but they also hit a lot of open shots. We didn't get to the shooters. We didn't do what we needed to do to execute the game plan and to get the W. At the end of the stretch, we didn't do what we needed to do.
They had a couple of guys that were hot from three, especially early in the game. How tough was it defending them and keeping them from getting the shots?
I mean, they can shoot pretty much from anywhere on the court. So, like, basically when they step past half court, you have to guard them. And so this night they were knocking down shots from basically 30 feet a couple of times. So, I mean, that's tough to guard. But I feel like in the second half, we kind of cut that down a little bit. Just get shot on their. That's a tough shot on their side.
Did you guys know before the game that South Dakota had won? And did that change any? You know, I mean, did you know anything about that, or did you just approach this game like it was any other game?
We approach this game like it's any other game. We have no control over South Dakota and what they do. We just try to come here tonight, try to take care of our side, and that's it.
With one more game left to play, what do you guys want to do? How do you want to end this on
We want-
Saturday night?
We want to end with a win because it's senior night. Myself and JC, Jamie, and Tate, it's our last game we get to ever put on this jersey. So we just had a talk in there and just everybody have a collective effort into getting this next win. Nothing else is important.
And then on a good note with the crowd, and just get a win on the home floor.